Hello everybody, today I'm checking out the Furnace by the Audio Firm. This is from a fellow mixing and mastering engineer, but a YouTuber as well, and in collaboration with a plugin developer. It's a saturation plugin, it's quite straightforward. I found no manual for it, but I think it's like self-explanatory, quite self-explanatory. And even the video that is provided by the YouTuber is enough for you to understand everything that's going on in the plugin. So basically the manual comes in a YouTube form. So what I really like to see with saturation plugins is, yeah, of course I want to see what they sound like, but if there's anything even remotely strange or extreme happening, I like to know what is actually happening in the background. So I like to analyze what the plugin is actually doing with the frequency response, dynamics, phase response, and stuff like that. So I'll try out some settings here. So I'll try out the tape, the transformer, and the tube at 50% drive and 100% drive. This is not to say that these are the best optimum settings for what I'm going to try them on, and this is the master channel of a track, but I think it's easier to hear it when you have a full spectrum kind of sound to hear what's actually happening. Sometimes with the saturation it might not be, because you just want the frequencies closer to the fundamental to happen and not to have so much of the high frequency content. But let's say I want to test this out on the mastering. So I'm not gonna do anything with the mix. Maybe in the end we can try out some settings for the master track. Right now I wanted to try out some settings, and I'm going to show you what's happening in the background with the frequency response and the phase. And also we can hear what's happening to the song when this is applied. So first of all, 456, that's the tape saturation. And let's test that out. One annoying thing I got was that each one of these actually boosts the volume of the audio a tiny bit. And you will see that on the graphs, on the analyzing graphs, especially for the dynamics. So to actually bypass and compensate properly, I had to, play with the output and then not use the bypass button right here. I had to use the bypass button on the actual plugin in Ableton. And let's check it out. So the first setting is going to be the tape at 50% boost, and yeah, the mix is all the way up. So let's see what kind of boost that also gives us. I'm going to reset the output so you can see the difference in between the dry and the wet. From what I can see, it completely changes the sound. It's not so much the volume boosts. I'm going to try to compensate for that. It really, I don't know if you can hear it. I'm hoping that you're listening to this on high quality audio reproduction systems. Let's try 100% drive on the tape. You can see by the graphs and the frequency response, the phase response, the way this actually behaves and what it does to the signal. It's quite a change, and I know this is a machine learning kind of a scenario where it's just modeling something that actually happens in a physical device, a hardware device. So that's okay. I mean, that's the point of the plugin, to do what it's supposed to do. Would I use this on every possible master? No. Do I actually like it on this track? Honestly, I even do. Like, I like some of the effects it has on the lows. It's fine. It's fine. So let's try the 50% back with the transformer now. As you can see from the graphs, there is a spectrum, balance, shift. Of course, it all happens through the machine learning models. So let's try the 100% drive. Yeah, I completely understand. This is too much for the master. Like, this amount of drive is just not suitable. I just wanted to see what it sounds like. So what that does to everything that's in it. And let's try the tube, finally. So let's say 50% first. I'm gonna try to compensate the best I can. So this one is the most subtle sounding to me. The tube, I'm guessing, at least at the 50% mark setting. So let's see 100. Okay, this one I really feel is the most subtle, even at the 100% drive setting, and I actually like the dynamic response it's giving. Like, it's really extreme at this point. The others also have a nice dynamic treatment they're giving off. So I'm guessing that all of these actually do work on the master depending on the drive amount. If you want the video of me explaining all the separate phase response and frequency response graphs, just request it in the comments. I don't think that's necessary. These are quite self-explanatory if you know what they mean. If you don't, well, then you have to learn. And if you want to learn more, there's a 30 plus hours long course that's completely free thanks to 11.org. It's in the description. As far as the plugin goes, I like the way it sounds. Some of the changes are quite extreme, and I'm guessing they wouldn't work every time on everything, which is not something they actually claim, but I'm surprised. Alongside all of the, saturation devices that we have today, some of the quite complex being multi-band and single band on top, like I think that thing is called Craftour, and the Saturn from FabFilter, and a lot of different saturators today available with a lot of different saturation types and models. This one really sounds nice, especially the dynamic response of it. Even though it doesn't have so many, options and controls, I think it sounds really decent. Now here at the end, I'm going to try to set something nice here to see what it's going to sound like. Maybe even an extreme version like this, just mixed in. But this, for the final verdict, really sounds nice. As I already mentioned, if you hate my stupid glasses, say something in the comments. If you think I'm completely wrong about this plugin, you can comment as well. If you're not subscribed, please do. And if you like the video, well, give it a like. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.